what happened to rap? Said what happened to rap? Hip hop used to drop bars and now we just dab. It's now or never, never.
The remix, I mean, it's caused a lot of a big stir, and I think it's only because the last time we had heard these rap joints was Twara, Amatomazane, and that was it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So why must it happen? And I mean, it's gonna happen again. I mean, after there was a Steve Kakana remix, Do Like I Do, which actually got nominated and won the award. Big ups to Slick, and that's amazing for them to and I mean, most people were like, yo, but which one is bigger, the real one or the remix? That's a question, that's a debatable question, and that's just the whole thing of like, this now whenever remix, it like caused a big stir. And and people are emotional. I had rappers picking up the phone and call me like, yo, why didn't you call me up, dog? And I'm like, dog, well, it's the people that are calling. I'm not calling anybody. But, just it's a humbling experience to get people like Pro Kid to say yes, Proverb just to be like, yo, put me on. I'm ready. I've got bars for days. And I think also just to let the light shine on like, having a Shane Eagle with Kitini as the youngest dudes on the track. Then we've got, obviously Youngster coming through. Then we've got, I keep forgetting all these names. Right. There's Sia Shezi that's coming through from Soweto. We've got Zakwe from Durban. And I was like, and the crazy thing is I was just asking people like, yo, like who's out there? Who's out there? Let us know. And you can push them towards me. And I was willing to listen. So, I'm there listening to people's tracks, killing my data bundles, and people think, well, you can just listen to all, 1,000 songs. And it's not there. And the funny thing is, people were starting to run campaigns and, get me on the remix. And it was never that. I never asked for any artist to run a campaign. If people felt like, you know what, this track is so dope. And in the remix, we need these kind of people to solidify hip hop in South Africa. So, I pulled out Zaka because he is dope. And I've always wanted to work with him, you know what I mean? Right? Then people are like, yeah, but then you got to pull out like Duncan. And I'm like, but he's more of a Kwaito guy. You know what I mean? But he's also dope with the raps and whatever the case may be, because that's actually our South African hip hop is Kwaito, right? Because that's when they, excuse me. That's when obviously you got to cut that out. So obviously that's when they like, mess with like the rhymes and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's purely just, it's a people's choice as to who they want to hear, who they haven't heard in a long time. And I mean, Pro Kid came out the most in terms of OGs, right? He came out the most. I mean, we just put it out and on Facebook. I mean, his reach was like over 30,000 people commenting and just, hitting him up and saying like, bring out Pro. And that's when we released the fact that he's going to be on the joint, and people were just like, what? We've got Pretty Ugly, and that's because he's got that whole, pretty boy swag kind of thing. But if you looked at his new video, Hundreds, I was like, yo, man, the kid has got something different to offer to the game. So, and, apart from his manager being, the person he is, and I don't care, quote unquote, but when someone has talent and the manager keeps away their talent from exploding, it can be also dangerous to the artist. And, and that's why, when record labels getting involved and all that kind of stuff, it becomes a little bit tricky. So, so obviously having like, 4 youngers, we forgot Big Star Johnson on there. I mean, he won the hustle. And funny enough, when I told this guy, like, yo, when they launched the show, he was like, yo, just give me one nugget that's going to get me through. So I just said, yo, bruh, be yourself. And that's it. And, for somebody I didn't even follow the hustle, I listened to Shane after Ricky gave me the plug. Ricky said like, yo, watch it for Shane. So I go on and listen to Shane. I'm like, yo, Shane, come through. You know what I mean? And he was like, dope. Okay, yeah, no problem. So I got Shane to come through, and he was humble about it. And he wasn't arrogant because he had come, he was on this TV show. But this boy can actually rap.
That's what it matters anyway.